What's up, everybody? I'm so excited because you may or may not remember, but back in December, I suggested Base Paws, which is a cat DNA testing kit, as a great gift for people in your family with cats. And as such, I decided to do it for my own cats. I have 3. You may or may not already know them. We have Chester, who is our oldest. He is so spunky and smart and just has so much personality. He is the sweetest thing. And then we have Kevin, who is our lovely miracle baby. She's our seizure cat. She has epilepsy. She is so sweet, a little skittish, but just like so cuddly and wonderful when she's feeling up to it. And then Simba is the newest to the pack, but he's like not actually that new. We've had him for like, let me get Simba. It's funny because everything in my life, I feel like I count from when I left IGN, and we got him the year before I left IGN. So I left IGN in 2020, so 2019. So we've had him for a little bit now. He's the baby. He has so much energy. He's huge, and he kind of throws his weight around, but it's all meant in like a really loving way. And this video is actually sponsored by Base Paws, so thank you so much, Base Paws, for sponsoring this video. If you are interested in purchasing a DNA testing kit for your cat, you can use my code Sydnee Goodman, all one word. That's Sydney with 2 E's. And there's a link down in the description box if you want to find out more about your little buddy. That said, we rescued all of our cats, and we don't really have any ideas as to what their genetic makeup is or what breeds they are. So I'm really excited. So we are checking out Chester's genetic report. Like I said, Base Paws does not mess around. This is page 1 of 68. Base Paws breaks down the different breeds of cats into 4 different groups. There's Western, Eastern, Persian, and exotic. And then there's another little section called Polycat. And it says a domestic polycat is a remarkable result of many generations of mixed breeding between different types of cats, which is why the ancestry and origin of these kitties can be very difficult to determine. So little old Chester proving me wrong. So he's 64% Western. It looks like his breakdown is, we'll say 19% broadly Western, 18.6% Mancoon. Would not have guessed looking at him. 10%, 11% Ragdoll, and then some remnants of Siberian, Abyssinian, American Shorthair, and Norwegian Forest Cat. And then the only other kind of boxes that he checks, just under 5% Persian, and then 2.7% broadly exotic. No Bengal. Man, those vets were misinformed. Actually a high amount of polycat. I'm curious how like common that is, especially since all of our cats are rescues and at one point were strays. The genetic report also includes things like history of cat domestication, I can read, I promise, and breeding, and kind of tells you about how they sequenced the genome and how they got to this information. Under the breed analysis, it also gives you these really cool graphics where you can learn more about each type of cat. Ragdoll, it like tells you about the breed history, the personality, genetic predisposition. That's so cool. Okay, something that I realized, or that I'm realizing, is I feel like with cats, people don't really know cat breeds, myself included. I know Mancoon, I know Bengal, Savannah cat. It's kind of it, like short hair, long hair, but that's more just like descriptors of their fur. And I also learned that Tabby, if you come away from this with one thing, Tabby is not a cat breed. Did not know that. That is just like a descriptor used to describe their fur. What? So Mancoon was one of the ones that he showed up as, let's see, that looks so much like Simba, wild. So they are one of the largest breeds. They're known to be quite agile. That actually checks out. Chester's so agile. They have bushy tails. He does not have a bushy tail. Has the longest whiskers of any other cat breed. I feel like I'm reading about Simba right now. I feel like he's gonna be mostly Mancoon. Water-loving cat. I do not think he likes water. This gentle giant is adored for its playful nature and dog-like loyalty. The Mancoon can be rather vocal, expressing a wide range of complex sounds. These cats are generally obedient and possess above-average intelligence, which makes them easy to train. It is not uncommon to see a Mancoon walking on a leash. I trained Chester. I walk him on a leash. But also it's just, again, it reminds me of Simba so much because he is so vocal and is a gentle giant and very playful. Oh, wow. Hi, stealing the show? Are you like, move on, I wanna go next? I'm curious about Kevin. So Kevin we found under, our neighbors and dear friend found her under the wheel well of a car. And she's our little special girl. So I'm curious about you. Do you wanna learn about you? Well, you have to finish Chester, but no. I love cats, you guys, but all of these look the same to me. Oh, ragdolls are so pretty. So they're considered one of the world's largest cat breeds along with the Mancoon. They're elegant kitties, easygoing, calm, sweet-natured, and known to enjoy cuddles. Exhibit quirky behaviors like drinking water from the faucet, going limp like a ragdoll when held, ultimate lap cat, and their docile manner makes them perfect companions. That also could be Simba. Some of the other markers that show up on the summary page is they check oral health, which is actually really, really cool. We started getting Chester's teeth cleaned regularly, and we're about to start doing that with all of our cats because like periodontal disease is a real thing. And you can see that Chester has a high risk of periodontal disease, which includes gingivitis, and that's just not good. And as somebody who pre-dental major in college, we don't want that. They also have risk of bad breath, which I think is kind of funny. And Chester, I actually think might have the worst breath out of all of our cats, and his risk score is an 8.17, so that's really meaning something. They also check for a bunch of health markers and trait markers and blood type, which is really helpful. I mean, God forbid you have an emergency with your animals, but you know, good to know. Okay, I think it's time. Let's check out Kevin. Wow, she's mostly Western. She's 53% Western, 26% polycat, so kind of in that 20 range, similar to Chester. 8% Persian, British short hair. Wow, I think those are really expensive cats. So we have like a... she also has a pretty high risk of periodontal disease, but only medium risk of bad breath, which we like. And then she's clear for most of the health markers, but she's a carrier for one. Well, that's good because she has so many health issues that I'm kind of like, okay. The nice thing that Base Paws provides is this thing has kind of like, here's how you should read this report, because I feel like it could be really easy to go into kind of that WebMD route where you're like, oh my gosh, my cat has all of this stuff. This is so scary. But it kind of gives you a breakdown as to what things mean. So they check for eye disorders. And I mean, the thing is though, this isn't like to replace going to the vet and regular veterinary visits, but more so I feel like it's helpful to say, oh, she is at risk for this thing. Let's keep an eye on that and share that information with her vet. Oh, there it is. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is a cardiovascular disorder that she is a carrier for. Interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, that is something that's pretty common in Mancoons. But she's only like 8% Mancoon. But the good thing is she's just a carrier. She doesn't have, which means that it is a recessive trait. So she would have to have 2 recessive traits for that to actually like show up. I can't remember if I'm saying that correctly, but anyways. So Simba's genetic report, like I said, my prediction here is that he's gonna be a lot Mancoon because he looks, if it smells like Mancoon and it looks like a Mancoon, it's probably a Mancoon. That polycat, he's in that 20% range. He's 22.8%. He's 72% Western though. Wow. 11% Mancoon though. I think is that less than Chester? Yeah, Chester's 18% Mancoon. So, oh, you guys, genetics is so cool. I wish that I remembered more from the classes that I took in college, but that's wild to me that like phenotypically, which means kind of the traits that you can physically see on Simba are very, very Mancoon. He has those super long whiskers. He has the long hair, the like, I can't remember what they call it, like double fur coat. But then he's only 11%. Only 11%, buddy. Sorry. He is 2.3% Persian, and then, like I said, polycat. And he also has high risk of bad breath, but low risk of the other oral health things. He's a carrier, clear for the others. Trait markers. We haven't looked at trait markers yet. Let's do that. Oh my gosh, look at this cat. He's so cute, the Burmese. He has such a big forehead. I wonder if that's all Burmese or if that's just this guy. He's so cute. A metabolic disorder, porphyria. Group of diseases associated with the accumulation of porphyrins. Okay, well the good thing is he's just a carrier, which again, means that in most cases, this means that the cat has one copy of an autosomal recessive disease associated marker. Cats will develop the disease only if it has 2 mutated alleles. Likely to have Siamese coat color. Interesting. It's a form of albinism, characterized by darker pigmentation at the extremities of the body. The appearance is due to a temperature-sensitive mutation in the tyrosinase disease. That's not what it says at all. Tyrosinase gene causing pigment to be produced only at the cooler extremities of the body. How interesting. Okay. Wait, I want to check the other traits for the other cats. Let's go back to Chester. Oh, he also is likely to have the Siamese coat color. Interesting. And dilute coat color. I wonder if that's why he's that like blue-gray color. Cuties. Oh my gosh, I love my cats so much. Kevin. Likely to have long-haired coat. Interesting. Will she defy the odds? Because she has... Oh my gosh, she's being so cute. One second, I'm going to take a video with my phone. So cute. This is how she sleeps. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, it makes me like so happy. I feel like I know my cats better. Is that lame? I'm not sure. But you guys, I'm just so happy that they're in my life. I love them so much. I built these go bags for the cats so that we're ready in case of emergency to take them with us. And they, you know, they have like all the essentials and stuff. But anyways, just wanted to say again, a huge thank you to Base Paws for sponsoring this video. And I hope that you enjoyed learning more about my little kitties. I know that they're always around when we're streaming and basically all over my socials because I just love them so much and I'm obsessed with them. And I love that this is feeding my obsession to my cats. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.